Welcome back, and today on Senators Chat, we will be talking about 3 players that you forgot played for the Ottawa Senators, and this will be part 1. So before we get started, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to post notifications on. And let's get started. When talking about the Ottawa Senators, names such as Daniel Alfredsson, Jason Spezza, Danny Heatley, and Erik Karlsson come to mind. Throughout the team's 29 history, including several runs to the Eastern Conference Finals and a Stanley Cup Finals, there have been several notable yet forgotten people who have donned a Senators jersey during their career. Throughout the series, we'll be looking at NHL players you forgot or never knew played for the Ottawa Senators. So the first player that you might have forgotten played for the Ottawa Senators is Scott Gomez. Scott Gomez was the 27th pick of the 1998 NHL draft by the New Jersey Devils. He is born to a Mexican father and a Colombian mother who grew up in Anchorage, Alaska. He's regarded as the best player to ever come out of the state of Alaska and the best Hispanic NHL player of all time, paving the way for more Hispanic children to embrace the game of hockey. Gomez amassed 756 points in 1,079 games with the Devils, Rangers, Canadiens, Sharks, Panthers, Blues, and Senators. He was a very important player to the Devils for the better part of a decade, with a career high of 84 points in 82 games during the 2005-2006 season. After bouncing around a few teams, Gomez ended up as an unrestricted free agent. After former Senator Kyle Turris was placed on injured reserve during the 2015-16 season, on March 2nd, 2016, Gomez was signed to a one-year, $575,000 contract. Unfortunately, his stint in a Senators jersey did not go as expected, with only 1 assist across 13 games. At the end of the season, on August 31st, 2016, Gomez officially announced his retirement from professional hockey. He also had a coaching job as an assistant coach with the New York Islanders in 2017, but after a couple of years, he elected not to continue. He now runs a YouTube segment called Scotty's House, where he records his life at his home in Alaska. Even though his time with Ottawa was very discreet, it's still nice to have the best Alaskan and Hispanic player of all time play for your team. The second player that we will be talking about that you might have forgotten about is David Legwand. David Legwand was the second overall selection in the 1998 draft by the Nashville Predators, the same draft in which Gomez was selected. He holds the Predators' all-time record in games played with 956, goals with 210, assists with 356, and points with 566. Throughout his career, Legwand has played with the Predators, Red Wings, Senators, and Sabres, scoring 618 points in 1,136 games. Legwand is unknown to many as the best, yet most underappreciated player in Predators history. On June 4, 2014, Legwand signed a 2-year, $6 million with Ottawa. He would play almost every game that season with the Senators with 27 points in 80 games. This was the first season in his career in which he started to show noticeable decline in point production. On June 16, 2015, during the first round of the 2015 NHL draft, Legwand, along with goaltender Robin Leonard, were traded to the Buffalo Sabres for the 21st overall pick in the draft. Ottawa would select forward Colin White with that selection. Legwand would finish the final year of the contract with Buffalo with 14 points in 79 games. On December 27, 2016, Legwand announced his retirement. Legwand is now a co-owner of the Sarnia Sting of the OHL along with current coach Darian Hatcher. The last player that we'll be talking about in this part is goaltender Dominik Hasek. When I first found out that Dominik Hasek played for the Senators, it caught me off guard. I had no idea that someone so dominant and well-known throughout his NHL career had donned the Senators jersey. Hasek is debated as one of the best goalies of all time. He was the 199th overall pick in the 1983 NHL draft by the Chicago Blackhawks. However, he didn't play with the Blackhawks until the 1990-91 season because he was playing with his hometown team HC Pardubice of the CSSR, which is now split into the Czech Extraliga and the Slovak Extraliga. He played 25 games with the Blackhawks behind Ed Belfour throughout 2 seasons. It was the trade to the Buffalo Sabres that kickstarted his Hall of Fame career. He started off as the backup to Oilers legend Grant Fuhr, but after Fuhr got injured, Hasek earned the starter role, and he took advantage of that opportunity. During his tenure with the Sabres, he put up some impressive numbers. He averaged a 9.26 save percentage and a 2.22 goals against average. He also won several Vezina trophies with the Sabres and became one of 7 goaltenders in NHL history to win the Hart Trophy. Hasek, to this day, is the only goaltender in NHL history to have won 2 Hart Trophies in his career. Due to controversy off ice with team management, a hefty contract, and injuries, Hasek would be traded to the Red Wings. In his first stint with the Red Wings, he would lead the team to win his first Stanley Cup, posting 6 shutouts during that postseason. After retiring and coming back to play for the Red Wings, he'd eventually decide on leaving the team and play for a contender, which happened to be the Ottawa Senators. Hasek played extremely well with the Senators. In 43 games, he had a 28, 10, and 4 record with a 2.09 goals against average and a 925 save percentage. He is also known to be the first goaltender in NHL history to win a shootout game. Unfortunately for Hasek and the Sens, during the 2006 Winter Olympics, Hasek got diagnosed with a lower body injury, which sidelined him for the rest of the season despite rumors that he would be healthy come playoff time. After a second round exit, the Senators opted not to re-sign him. This paved the way for Ray Emery to bring the Senators to the Stanley Cup Finals the following season. Hasek signed with the Red Wings for a few more seasons, winning the Cup with them in the 2007-2008 season against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Almost a week after his victory, he retired from the NHL. Hasek ended his NHL career with a 389, 223, and 95 record, a 9.22 save percentage, and a 2.2 goals against average. He also won 6 Vezina trophies in an 8-year span, 3 William M. Jennings trophies, 2 Lester B. Pearson awards, and 2 Hart trophies. It's safe to say that he might be one of the best, if not the best goalie of all time. Imagine what could have happened if Ottawa decided to keep Hasek for the next season. There could have been a chance that the Senators would have been the 2007 Stanley Cup champions instead of the Ducks. Even though the players played with the Senators at the tail end of their careers and didn't have the groundbreaking impact with the Sens, it's still very interesting to see the number of great NHL players that had forgotten stints with the Ottawa Senators and the dominance they brought to their respective teams during their prime. Stay tuned for future parts of the series. What do you guys think? Were you guys surprised by any of my choices? If so, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe with post notifications on. And for now, see you later.